Alright, so more solving. What we got to do first is distribute to get rid of the parentheses. Then we can combine any like terms. And we want to move all our variables to one side and all the numbers to the other. So we end up with an h equals number type equation. So distributing, remember to distribute the negative included. So it's negative 5h plus 40 equals 14h plus 35. So now what I'm going to do is minus the 14h from this side. I just like to get everything to the left. It's kind of my habit. Don't have to do that. And then that gives me negative 19h plus 40 equals 35. Then I'm going to subtract the 40 away. And that gives me negative 19h equals negative 5. To get h alone, divide by negative 19. And that gives me h equals, now negative divided by negative is positive, so it's h equals 5 over 19. So for this next one, I'm going to have to distribute again. After that, I'm going to have to combine like terms before I start moving stuff around. So I get 5x minus 5 minus x, and then distribute just the 4 here, and that gives me 3 plus 4x minus 8. So now like terms on the left, I only look at one side at a time. 5x and negative x, those are like terms. It's like a negative 1x. So it gives me 4x minus 5 on the left. Here I have 3 and negative 8 are like terms on the right. So I'm going to combine those. It gives me a negative 5 plus 4x. So now, just following my nose, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. If you don't recognize this already, it's going to be the same thing on both sides, but I'll show you. That gives me 4x equals 4x. That's always true. So always true means all real numbers are the answer. Alright, because that's actually infinite solutions. On our next one here, we distribute this negative. Remember to include the negative. So it gives me negative 10n plus 14 plus 5n equals 6 minus n. So I've got to combine all my like terms. That would be the 5n and the negative 10n on the side. So I have negative 5n plus 14 equals 6 minus n. Once you do a few of these, you see that you can do multiple steps at once. I.e., or what I mean is, I want to minus a 14 from both sides. That'll cancel the 14 over here. And I'm also going to add an n to both sides. And that cancels the n on this side. So now, simplifying, negative 5n plus n is negative 4n. That canceled out. Equals 6 minus 14 is negative 8. So I did those two steps at once. So now I'm going to divide by negative 4. Don't forget to include the sign that's in front with that number. So with a negative 4 over negative 4 cancels, so just n equals negative over negative is a positive 2. Woo! Alright, so I don't like fractions in my equation. So what I do is I automatically multiply both sides by the denominator. So if I multiply this side by 3, 3 times 2 over 3 reduces to just 2. And I still have that times x plus 5. Equals, I got to multiply by 3 on this side, and that gives me an 18. Alright, I could distribute the 2, but it's actually easier just to divide by 2 on both sides. And that gives me x plus 5. X plus 5, come on, equals 9. So subtracting 5 from both sides, I get x equals 4. Alright, and these ones, it's not a bad idea to go back in and plug them in and check. So I have 4 plus 5 is 9. 2/3 times 9. That's going to reduce to 3 over 1. So that's 6. And that should equal 6. So that one works. Testing this one. Get rid of that. So I have negative 2 times, if n is 2, that's a 10. 10 minus 3 is 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. plus 5 times 2 is 10. And then that simplifies to negative 6 plus 10 is a negative 4. And that should equal 6 minus 2, which equals 4. Or negative 6 plus 10 equals 4. And then 6 minus 2 is 4, so that works as well.